Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What's up? Big Herc 916, and you're tuned in to another Fresh Out Prison Talk. You know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, share the channel. So I'm always sharing with you guys about the company you keep, getting an education, avoiding the pitfalls of the streets. And I found this video on social media and I want to share it with you guys. Check it out.
Yeah, I went to school with these guys. I ain't talked to that nigga though. So these niggas was lying to me, you know what I'm saying? I said, every day, nigga lying. I wasn't even going to school. I was skipping school, smoking weed, you know what I'm saying, playing with this. I wasn't playing no sports or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't doing that. I was playing with this. You know what I'm saying? I was playing with shit like this.
It's so funny, this shit.
So he says Travis Hunter was a lame, right? While he was cutting class and playing with these and these, right? And I'm not picking on this young man, but I'm just pointing out something that has taken over black culture and become a prominent influence. And it's the violence, negativity, and the glorification of the bullshit. And I've mentioned it before, don't glorify the bullshit, but you constantly see it in the hip hop that they endorse, because there's great hip hop out there, but the hip hop they endorse has become the main tool for the prison pipeline. I sat back yesterday and I thought about what hip hop used to represent and what symbolized black culture. You know, great music, rhythm and blues, soul, barbecues, family get-togethers, dancing, nice cars, dressing sharp, you know, loving each other, you know, giving each other props, inspiring each other, all these things, which do still exist, but what you see that dominates the media space is not the reality that a lot of us live, but what they want our reality to be. And you see it just all the, you know, the money phones, you see, you know, the kids with the guns, the gang signs. And I just think back, you know, and then, like I said, the main tool for this has been the music and hip hop in particular. You know, before hip hop, they, you know, rock music for white people was like their way of trying to control them. And you had Woodstock, you know, you had the whole movement with the LSD and, you know, what they consider the demonic heavy metal. You play it backwards, they would say all this really dark stuff, and it just is very Ozzy Osbourne, you know, all these different things, right? And a lot of devil symbolism, Satan. Well, Satan has crossed over. Satan has crossed over into hip hop, and with hip hop, they can get the white kids, black kids, Mexican kids. They can get everybody. They could make you a killer or have you questioning your sexuality. And it's very powerful. Music is more powerful than any bullet, because with music and the right beat, the right mood, with drugs and maybe the influence of alcohol, I can create a tool using somebody as a vessel and send them on a cold mission, and they won't even know it. Whether that mission is something where they wake up and their booty is sore because they don't know what they were doing, or they done shot up something and now they sober up and they realize they're in handcuffs in jail. Music is a very powerful tool, and the people that control it know that, and the young people think it's just entertainment, it's just for fun. But I've seen the whole hijack of the music, man, and how they got rid of like the good music that was so soulful, that meant something to the spirit and that had a different vibration. You know, they've used music frequencies, you know, the beat to heal people. It's been able to cure diseases. Do your research, man. The vibrations can basically it eliminate basically infections and cleanse parasites, because these are the things that they operate off a low frequency. And hip hop, going back when I was breakdancing back in the day, you know, when they had the nucleus and you'd pop and all this stuff. Wasn't nobody shooting nobody. Wasn't nobody tripping. You see somebody, if you look, I mean, it was like, okay, let's pop it off. Boom, 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 boom. You'd be hitting it. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it wasn't, nobody wanted to kill nobody. Wasn't nobody tripping. And then it was like, okay, hip hop with sports, it was all fun, right? And then it went from breakdancing to like listening to your car, this, you know, dancing, still popping, whatever. And you had the haircuts, and then you'd be doing like different dances. You know, you weren't breaking as much, but you're still doing the dances. And we'd watch the videos to learn the different dance moves. MC Hammer, Kwame, Big Daddy Kane, Biz Markie doing a Bismarck, you know, and doing these little moves. It was all fun, man. It was all love. Nobody was trying to take nobody's chain or watch. You were like, man, you were inspired. That shit is flipped. And cats like this, you know, oh man, he's a lame, I'm doing this. And it's like, you see, what is the mentality? And, you know, I have guys that come and say, oh man, I don't know where you grew up at, or you need to go back to the hood. For what? I know where I grew up at, but I'm trying to share something with you because I've seen both of them. Maybe you haven't seen it. And I'm trying to put it into perspective so you realize that what you call lame, what you call a square, a lot of times is a dude who's out here doing the right thing, man. Going to practice, you know, going to whatever his job is after work, or learning a trade, you know, being a square. Those guys are winning, man. Talking about you got some shooters, or you got somebody that's going to do something to somebody, man, that shit is played the F out. You're going to go be a shooter for somebody to go and go sit down and do 20, 30 years for somebody? You're going to sacrifice yourself because this guy was out here flossing, he got robbed for some weed, and then he got you caught up, you're rolling, you're the driver, and now you're an accomplice or co-conspirator? Come on, man. Then you get in there and you're like, oh man, they tripping. Yeah, they tripping. Them police up in there is no joke. Some of these towns, bro, they racist. They don't let you have access to legal material. You can't file certain motions. They give you shit-ass attorneys. Man, you got public pretenders who are basically railroad. You guys are getting railroaded. I just seen a guy the other day congratulating his attorney. I don't know if it was real or not, but he got 9 years probation rather than 30 days in jail, right? 9 years probation. I'm not saying you do 30 days in jail. First of all, you should learn the law so you can go in there and know how to assert your rights and challenge jurisdiction. But you guys, as far as thinking you're so smart, you paying these dudes, they're looking at you laughing like you're a damn idiot. You don't even know what the statutes are. You don't know what the Bill of Rights is. You don't know what the state constitution is. You don't know shit. And all you got to do is put it in AI today and you can find out all this. You're still getting punished out here. Not only are you getting punished in the streets, doing stupid shit, carrying guns illegally because you don't know how to go get a license to carry and do it the right way if you're going to be out here. But on top of it, you're out here randomly shooting at dudes that you most likely would have to partner up with if you go to jail, because if shit kicks off, you're going to need him to watch your back. And if you talk to him, you might find out you have something in common. This shit is crazy, man. You guys are like, oh man, I learned nothing in school. Well, you don't learn nothing in school. You don't want to be an employee. Well, you still got to learn how to take a test to get your HVAC license or pass a welding test, do measurements. You still have to do these things if you want to become a tradesman. I'm not saying you go work for corporate America and let somebody, tell you what to do in a suit if you don't want to do that. But if you want to take a trade, you still got to learn how to learn. You still got to follow instructions. You still have to get up every morning and have discipline. So it all comes together. But to think that this is what we're glorifying and dudes like this, and I'm like, I see old dudes and they're like, still like, you ain't telling these dudes that they're train wrecking, that they're crashing out. And then you got, other guys that, yeah, man, and they're letting these guys feel like they're important, and you don't realize that, man, all they're doing is building cases on these young people, man. RICO, you guys are getting RICOs back to back, CCEs, continual criminal enterprise. They're cracking your heads, man. That shit is dead. It's been dead when I was out there, but even now, man, focus on finding you something constructive, because the jail shit is just, it's no good, man. You're hanging out, going to the football, basketball games, or baseball games, sitting in the crowd, talking shit, hating on this guy because he's trying to play, trying to, somehow disrupt him or whatever you're doing. But that guy looks like you and you're hating on him. And then you talk about people racist. You're racist. You're a goddamn racist on your own people. You hate your own people, man, because you're doing more killing than them and sending more of them to the grave and to prison than anybody else. You're a racist, man. Nobody wants to call it, and there's no accountability. And every time you call it out, oh man, nepotism. Then shut up with that shit, man. Pull your pants up, put your work in, and apply yourself. There's plenty of opportunities now. You can do everything you want to do on this, and they don't even need to know what skin color you have. You don't even have to show your skin color in order to be successful today. You can do a job remotely off of Fiverr and never show your face and make money. And most people, if you do a good job and you show up on time and you're consistent and you keep your word, it don't matter. It's sad, man. And I'm going to keep fighting because it's like something I'm passionate about. I'm not doing this for the brand because it ain't, the YouTube, they don't want this. They want me talking about gang shit. They want me acting like a straight a ninja. They want me to crash out on y'all, so y'all crash out. I do this because out of love, and I see young men, and I love seeing young men when they winning, when they're on Shark Tank, when they're, guys are graduating, before their time with degrees in their teens and starting businesses and apps and, I love that, man. When I see young men doing that, it's like, man, it inspires me. It inspires me to get behind you guys because I'm like, man, that's a young me, man. I don't want to see you guys crashing out and bragging about, the dumb street shit, getting caught up with these OnlyFans girls and robberies and all this stuff, running up in jewelry stores. Man, I'm telling you, you might get away for a little while, but eventually it'll catch up with you. And when you get in there and you see that that's your reality and you got 20, 30 some years and nobody wants to write and come visit you, and you up in there doing spice and getting high and trying to escape, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. You still have opportunity if you're on the streets listening to this. But ain't nothing glorifying about prison life. And they want to make it cool because they can't advertise for prison. They can't do like an advertising like for Target. So they got to just take over hip hop. And they hijacked it. It's satanic. A lot of the gangster rap is all satanic, man. It's devil. It's the devil wants you to kill each other. That's the devil. It's satanic. The guy from Bone Thugs talked about how they took it, and it's like, dude, they got investments in prison, and you guys you're called the chattel. You're the chattel going in there. And the warden's going to take care of the chattel. He's overseeing the property. putting you guys right in a little warehouse, chattel property in a warehouse. Hip hop, that's what it's made. They're not pushing the good shit. You'll see a little bit of J. Cole or, you know, somebody else or Kendrick. You know, they push a little bit here and there, but they push all that demonic kill. I got bodies, and dude, I'm telling you, you do something to somebody, and they do something back to you, and it just keeps going. It keeps going. It's all demonic, man. Satan, man, Satan. They put Satan right up in hip hop, man. And these guys are making a lot of money off satanic rap. And it's not say you might like, oh, they're not. You don't have to say Satan, but when you talk about killing people that look like you all day long and you're just running around wilding out, that's Satan, man. That's the devil. Whatever name you want to call the entity, the demons, whatever you want to call it, dark spirits, and you'll see, you get to prison, there's a lot of demons. Get more in tune with your sixth sense, man. You'll feel the vibration. Some people just got a demonic vibe to them. You just feel it. You feel it in your gut. You get around and you're like, damn, this dude. You know, you could just tell they no good, low down, just wicked. Choice is yours, man. I'm just sharing, man. You know, I get these little tangents and I want to share with you guys. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Share it. Make it go viral. Big Herc 916. Fresh out prison.